Game Up, they make a thirst-quenching adult beverage with a special blend of electrolytes. Comes in 4 great flavors: fruit punch, lemon lime, orange, and grape.
That's right. Only 110 calories, low carb. Enjoy yourself some Game Up.
We like some of these guys for their fighting ability, not necessarily the rest of their life.
Yes, let's talk about our brand new segment here we pull from time to time. What's around the ring? What's going on? And people say it's stupid things. Conor McGregor using the N-word on Khabib?
Yeah, so this whole thing started with the Paul Hughes versus Nurmagomedov fight, and Paul Hughes, an Irishman, supposed to have Conor in his corner at one point or whatever. There were talks about it. Then obviously that didn't happen because Conor's a rapist. And then the fight happened. It was a close fight, very competitive, and Paul Hughes was given respect to Khabib, who is a coach, obviously, after the fight, saying, we should train together or whatever. I'm not like that other guy. It's all respect or something. So then Conor came out and got after Paul Hughes, and then that led to him going after Khabib again. And basically, he went back to insulting Dagestan, which he also tried to respect Dagestan at the same time. He insulted Aldo. He insulted Khabib. He insulted Khabib's wife. He insulted his religion. Basically, the story is he dropped the N-word. He's a white Irishman dropping the N-word.
It's weak-minded bullshit, though. You know what I mean? It's just, you're desperate for attention. You're probably on drugs or whatever.
But this was a tweet he put up, and then it was up for 15 minutes and was deleted, which is a classic Conor move.
Yeah, as somebody probably just said, get that shit off of there too, or probably, which happens a lot, I bet, with his PR team. Hey, stop it.
Toughest job in the business, Conor's PR team.
So he's screwing up. I don't have a lot to say about that. Just typical bullshit. Khabib looks like a champ to me all the time with this stuff because he never really ever responds to this. He always takes the high road. He's won the fight between the two of them in the past already. You got nothing to prove, and that's what a champion acts like. Conor acts like a guy who's desperate, despite all the success he's had in the octagon, all the success he's had in life. Here we are, tirades like that. Just
desperately clinging on to any relevance and fame that he can. And at this point, it's all bad PR that he's getting to stay relevant. So
I think that's embarrassing. But speaking of embarrassing, let's talk about
it's sad and embarrassing. But
let's talk about Bryce Mitchell.
From one misspeak to another, I guess. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell said on his first episode of his podcast that, I don't have the quote in front of me, but basically he said that Hitler had some good ideas and respected a lot of the things that he did, and he would like to go fishing with the guy.
He said he wasn't that bad a guy, and that he was trying to stop a lot of the stuff that the Jews
talked about the Jews.
It's just more stupidity, and then Dana had to come out and talk about what an idiot Bryce Mitchell was, and basically, that's your company's official statement, by the way, on Bryce Mitchell, which again I think just disassociate with this person. But Dana's so about freedom of speech right now. He's not going to take that stand. Well, how bad is it? Like, do you feel like when the company's official response is you're a moron and they want nothing to do with you?
Yeah, I mean, Dana has painted himself into this corner with the free speech thing, so I understand it. Personally, I believe in free speech too.
Me too.
He's not gonna. I'm okay with him not losing his job. But there's other ways the UFC can punish him, and they're gonna. I bet he gets a terrible matchup. He could just fight Josh Emmett every weekend.
It's tough because you talk about freedom of speech, but at the same time, from a business standpoint, I don't know I want to be associated with you.
Yeah, exactly. That's,
what I mean?
That's the other thing. Yeah. So I mean, that could mess with their money, with their sponsors, with their business. So
and I would just find a way to compensate you and go, here's what you would have been paid for your last fights, win bonus, everything. Take it. Have a nice day. Go somewhere else. I'd better cut ties with you.
So that's the other thing is like the UFC. He's not a giant draw or anything.
No, they don't need him.
He's no champion. Yeah. So I would not be surprised if even if he wins out his contract. I don't know how many fights he has left. If he doesn't get re-signed anyway. It's the same as who was that flyweight that was difficult to deal with?
I can't remember, but he basically Dana said his whole team. Yeah.
But he was like undefeated. He had a boring fight and he was like shitty afterwards or during the fight week, and he didn't get re-signed. And so they showed they don't really need these fighters. So if you fuck up like this, there will be consequences, even if it's not as cut and dry as just getting cut immediately. So
UFC is a star right now.
Right.
There's not many. There's John Jones right now, and I know he's a shitty person, but I mean, in terms of star power, I think he's kind of the last one in terms of where they're going to be like bending over backwards
right,
for.
38 years old or something like that.
Right, and that's a limited shelf life. But after that, like we don't really have a ton of stars right now, too. I was just listening to somebody. I think it was when I talk about this. Like, there's a kind of a star shortage right now.
There's exciting fighters for sure, but yes, I would say no superstars. Nothing like a Connor or like Izzy was in his prime.
Yeah.
You know, Pineda
Not
is
O'Malley,
close
but
to that.
he just lost.
Yeah, O'Malley kind of his star has dissipated. Pineda is a star for sure, but he's 38.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, it is concerning where we're going from here in the UFC. I mean, you look at some of these cards. And it's a watered down product, like not the most enjoyable stuff. I mean, we talk about it. We're degenerates, talk about it every single week. But I don't know about some of these guys who aren't as into it as we are. I just don't think that you're going to build a lot of fans with these cards. But
no. Boxing fight just announced agreement anyway. Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Riyadh season sometime in September. A venue to be picked, but looking like Vegas.
Yeah, I assume it'll be T-Mobile, yeah.
Yeah, so that to me is probably the biggest fight you can do in boxing right now, right? With the heavyweights kind of, Yeah.
I think so. I mean, this is going to be, both guys have been making hundreds of millions of dollars from this, I think. Very exciting fight. I think at this point, Crawford, I mean, the line's going to change a lot, but I think Crawford was a slight favorite at this point. I don't know what weight they're going to fight at because that's going to make a big difference. I don't know what the weight is going to be, but Canelo's definitely fought the tougher guys. Bud's undefeated and has looked great. So it's a very interesting fight.
The agreement I believe I saw was for Canelo's super middleweight title. So we'll see.
It's weird that Canelo's not more of a favorite then.
Yeah, for sure. Fighting his class.
Just want to shout out to local fighter here, Brennan Ward. He made his bare knuckle BKFC debut at Mohegan Sun here in Connecticut, and he got a round 1 KO finish, brutal fashion. Good luck to anyone that gets in the circle with that guy. Bare knuckle is where he belongs, I feel like.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com.